Hello everyone, your friendly neighborhood Haven here today, and today I have another short, sweet, and informal video for all my friends, fellow content creators, and yes, you the viewer if you want to stick around and learn something. Now, if you want to learn more about algorithms, that video is up there. Feel free to check it out. It explains how the YouTube algorithm works, and coincidentally the Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram algorithm. Now this video is going to be primarily about discovery, how to get discovered, and how to make yourself more visible as a content creator. That being said, let's jump right into this, shall we? Now, jumping right in for this part, there is something every content creator needs to know, and that is, what type of content creator are you? In human psychology, there is a thing called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I could go very in-depth regarding this. I won't, because most of you will switch off when I say the word psychology. So, I'll simplify it by asking one simple question. Why should people watch you? See, there is a psychology in content creation. People are looking for entertainment, people need something, and we as content creators are working to fulfill their need. Now, for content creation, we simplify Maslow's hierarchy of needs into 4 distinct categories. Emotional. Music often invokes emotion, as does ASMR. Music can make you feel loved, wanted, needed, lonely, happy, or even joyful. Physiological. You know what, I'll just summarize this by simply saying OnlyFans, this way I don't get hit by Google's content policy guidelines. Social. Are you a welcoming person who builds a community? Do you want people to feel welcomed, wanted, or engaged? Lastly, cognitive. Do you make people think, challenge themselves, want to better themselves, or learn more about the world around them? Now, once you understand your brand, the next part becomes a lot easier. Building your YouTube channel's keyword profile. Google, and pretty much the entire internet, runs on SEO principles. What is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Put simply, SEO is about keywords or phrases that people search for. Or in much simpler terms, what would you type into the search bar to find what you are looking for? For YouTube specifically, SEO comes down to 3 main aspects: channel tags, channel description, video tags, title, and description. That's the foundation for being discoverable. Using my channel as an example, I've gone into the YouTube settings, opened the channel section, and we're going to fill my channel's keyword section out, explaining each step along the way. Now, my brand name is Gamers Haven, so of course that should be included. That way, if someone searches for Gamers Haven, my channel has a better chance of showing up. Since I'm a gaming channel, I include the word gaming as well, and because I make a lot of Destiny 2 content, I add Destiny 2 to my keywords too. Now, if I was a VTuber, I'd use keywords like VTuber or VTuber, but since I'm a streamer, I focus on words like streamer instead. These are what's called descriptive keywords, words that describe your channel's content, so YouTube and Google know how to categorize you. Now we head over to the YouTube channel's customization page. Here, our goal is to make sure the keywords we just added show up naturally in our channel description, and we have to double check that our channel name matches what we entered in the keyword section. For simplicity, I'll put them both on the screen. Because we've included words like streamer, Gamers Haven, gaming, and Destiny 2 in our description, YouTube and Google know exactly how to categorize us in their search results. Once your channel tags and description are set up, they work a bit like an umbrella. Anything you post under that umbrella adds to your channel's P-score, because it aligns with your brand and your content. That means viewers know what to expect, YouTube knows what to expect, and your videos are more likely to be shown to people who want that type of content. But if you post a video that doesn't align with your channel, something outside your umbrella, it simply won't perform as well as the content that does. Or put simply, when uploading content to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok, your content should always align with what's under your umbrella, or in this case, your description on each platform. YouTube goes one step further by allowing us to use channel tags, which helps specify our brand even more clearly. For example, take my YouTube short on how to properly use Strand in Destiny 2. My chosen keywords align with both my channel tags and my channel description. Because of that, the video has maintained the top spot in YouTube search results, giving it long-term discovery, and giving me long-term visibility. The reason this works is because I've aligned my video's description, title, and tags with what falls under my umbrella. For example, I use Destiny 2 in my channel description, channel tags, this video's title, this video's description, and this video's tags. It's worth noting that Google doesn't just look at single words, but also phrases that contain those words. It ranks them based on search frequency and pairs that with your P-score's quality assessment. In short, a high-quality video with a properly aligned keyword is the best way to maximize your views. Something I thoroughly abuse. Frequently. Now that's everything you need to know about SEO. That's how SEO works for discovery, that's how SEO gets you visibility, that's just how SEO works. But hashtags! What about hashtags, I hear you asking? Well, dear viewer, let's get into how hashtags work. Now, hashtags, they work in two ways. The first way is building on the SEO system, with the words used in your hashtags also contributing towards the keyword for your SEO. The second way is the hashtag's indexing system. For simplicity, we're going to use my Destiny 2 video that I showed earlier. In my video, I used the hashtag Destiny2. Were someone to click that hashtag or search for that hashtag, they would be exclusively shown content that contains the Destiny 2 hashtag. This specific indexing helps lead to the discovery of more relatable content, but it also acts as a means for quick, short burst discovery. You see, hashtags give you that visibility by your contribution to that hashtag. However, they will only bring in views or hits for as long as people are engaging with that content through likes, comments, and shares. This allows people interested in that content to see newer, more relevant content, with older content being indexed for long-term discovery, either by browsing or by searching. This is why it's crucial to know what your brand is as a content creator. As an example, I'll use the lovable Lofty Yuru and the hashtags she would potentially use. Now, most users have a very large and diverse range of interest, with the algorithm assigning a value due to their level of interest in that particular subject. The more a content creator aligns with what that user is interested in, the higher the probability that the creator will be seen. For example, if Lofty were to use VTuber, VTuber, VTuber gaming, and Let's Play in her newest video, the platform algorithm would check the interests of the user and if their interests align with the content that Lofty posts. She would achieve a higher percentage chance of being seen. The same can be said in reverse. If she posted content that doesn't align with the person's interest, she wouldn't be recommended. Now that we basically covered everything you need to know about hashtags aside from shadow bans and content policy, let's move on to the more influential aspect of discovery and visibility, which is collaborations. Get it? Influential aspects? Because content creators are influencers? I'm an influencer? Okay, you know what, let's just move on. The basic premise of collaborations is expanding your brand's reach by partnering with people who have a similar brand to you. Have you ever wondered why a company like HoloLive has such a diverse array of talents? They understand that each individual in their employ can attract a certain audience. Demon Dice Karen, better known as Mori Calliope, is a rapper with her own following of unique individuals. The same could be said of Senzawa before she became Gargura, and then after graduating in 2025, became Samiko Saba. By having these creators partner up, they can increase their views, and subsequently, they could increase their revenue from sales and ads. The same could be said with content creators such as Baby No Money. His often partnering with other content creators such as Iron Mouse helps increase his brand recognition. The reason this works is because separate creators may have separate audiences, and where they may have some individuals who are subscribers to both their content and another person's content, that's not always the case. So let's simplify this. Imagine one creator has 100,000 subscribers across all of their social media platforms, and another creator has 200,000 subscribers across all their social media platforms. Were these two creators to partner up, they could potentially increase their subscribers to 300,000 by introducing their brand to the other creator's subscribers. The reason this is important goes back to what I said earlier about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, specifically the emotional level. Remember when I said music can make people feel loved, wanted, needed, lonely, happy, or even joyful? That's because people have emotional needs they're looking to fill, and we as content creators try to fulfill those needs. But here's the catch. No single creator can fulfill every need. On average, most creators can only cover about 3. This is where collaborations become essential. Take Mori Calliope. For example, her rap excites people. She's built her community around her music, and her VTuber persona excites fans in its own way. But we're not really watching her streams to think deeply or question things. Now compare that with a smaller creator like Lofty Yoru. She puts her energy into singing and building a community. Her wide vocal range lets her hit multiple emotional tones. Funny,
you'll be back, time will tell.
Calming,
We are led to those who help us most to grow.
exciting,
Is ever gonna bring me down.
and even motivating.
A hopeless romantic all my life, surrounded by couples all the time.
Which compensates for her more reserved design and lighter cognitive focus. And if I throw myself under the bus, my brand sits mostly in line with cognitive, can people watch your content on? Can they watch you on YouTube? From a TV? Social.
How much per blow-up dolls? We all know he can't afford it anyways.
No, it depends on which quality you want.
The fact that my mom recommended that one. And emotional with a strong focus on comedy.
Whatever you're eating right now probably shouldn't go in your face hole.
Where should I put this?
It's 2022. It's your call.
But if you happen to think I'm hot, bonus. We can't cover everything alone, but when creators collaborate, those gaps are filled. Together, we can meet a broader spectrum of needs and reach a much wider audience. Now, this is the part I was actually getting really worried about talking about, and that is to maximize your views and your chance of being discovered, you have to be on every single social media platform. I'm not talking about just TikTok or just YouTube or just Twitter or just Twitch, but you have to be on Facebook and Instagram too. Now, I know some of you right now are going, "Ree!" As content creators, it's easy to become divided over the platforms you're using. But would you believe me if I told you this debate goes all the way back to ancient Rome? A sword never kills anybody. It is a tool in the killer's hands. The Roman philosopher Seneca. So, how does that pertain to social media? Simply put, social media is a tool. Like any weapon, it only acts when the wielder gives it a purpose. If your intent is harmful, it can be used for harm.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Weakness of Western civilization is empathy.
But if your intent is good, It can defend, inspire, bring laughter and joy.
You know what you do with all that pain? Shall I tell you where you put it? You hold it tight till it burns your hand. And you say this: no one else will ever have to live like this. No one else will ever have to feel this pain. Not on my watch.
That's another critical fail. Tom, what does your human bard do? Active perception check. It's a natural 20. Let's fucking go.
Brain implosion, energy craves zero thoughts, long head empty, then drink and drink and drink until you drop.
How about you? Why didn't your hair grow?
The pure-blooded Saiyan's hair does not change from the day we are born, with the exceptions of beards and mustache.
That's why as a content creator, you should use every tool available to maximize your reach and secure your own victories. Why do you think HoloLive, the Yogscast, Viva La Dirt League, and even Ninja Sanji are on Facebook? It's because Facebook represents 83% of the entire social media market, with Instagram right behind at 78%, which is incidentally owned by the same company, Meta. That means your reach can be much larger on these platforms since they're already being used by boomers, millennials, and yes, even Gen Z. For comparison, Twitter, now called X, holds only about 27% of the entire market since Elon Musk took over. Which means if you're paying for X Premium to boost your exposure, you're basically throwing money away, even if you're planning to stream there. Let me simplify this. Do you remember my earlier analogy about collaborations? How one creator with 100,000 followers teaming up with another at 200,000 followers expands their reach to potentially 300,000 followers? The same logic applies to platforms. As an example, if Facebook has 800,000 users, Instagram has 78,000 users, YouTube with 53,000 users, Twitter with 27,000 users, and TikTok with 26,000 users, by posting across all of them, your combined potential visibility becomes astronomically higher. By only posting on a few, you're working with limited visibility. If you're looking to make money as a content creator to pay your rent, your food, and handle everything in between such as your bills, then you're going to need a Facebook page. Not a personal profile, that's for managing your page. I'm talking about a dedicated page that lets you track your analytics, live stream, apply for monetization, run advertisements, build groups, and even sell merchandise. A page is a hub. It's your hub. It connects directly into Meta's business suite, so you can tie your Instagram account and cross-post seamlessly across both platforms. That's how you maximize your potential visibility. Do you think I solely post my content on TikTok and YouTube? I manage a Destiny 2 group on Facebook with 90,000 active members. Since I know what the community enjoys the most, I get instant long-term results by sharing my content with them. Lastly, there are two things we still have to cover, so bear with me. The first is thumbnails. You see them everywhere on YouTube, Twitch, and even Facebook. A lot of creators try to speed up the process by throwing together a simple template they can use for everything. That's a horrible decision. Take it from someone who's done that. Each thumbnail should represent the content you're creating in that moment. It should reflect not only your effort, but what you've made. People often forget that you eat with your eyes. What that means is we look for visual cues to decide what we want to click on. It's a simple marketing principle. Throwing Lofty Euro under the bus here, which thumbnail looks more appetizing? The one she used, or the one that I threw together in 5 minutes? How about my old thumbnails versus my newer ones? I don't mind the ridicule. How about these two different Big Macs? Which one would you buy? Where a business can draw people in with the smell of their food, we don't have that luxury. Our thumbnails have to reflect our quality. That effort we put in has to reflect what we want to achieve long term. whether that be subscribers, more viewers. That's how we get them to click, to watch, and most importantly, to stay watching. The secret I've found to making better thumbnails is to ask people's opinions. The worst thing you can do is assume you're always right. Open yourself up to criticism. Let yourself get hurt by other people's feedback. Be vulnerable. Because here's the hard part. A lot of creators can't do that. They hear feedback they don't want to. And instead of adapting, they double down. In psychology, that's called the backfire effect. If you recognize when, why, and how you reject personal growth, then you can actually move past it and become a better version of yourself. Lastly, the thing I forgot to mention earlier in the SEO section is your playlist. Once you've set up your video's SEO for discovery, ensure that your video is in a playlist, and ensure that playlist is also optimized for your keyword. This not only increases your P-score, but it also increases your video's visibility. Also, remember, when you're posting your content, remember to post regularly, or else you'll end up in situations like me, where you post 1 or 2 good videos and then your views trickle off because you're not being consistent enough. Having consistency ensures your numbers keep bumping up higher. There you go. That's everything you need to know about visibility and discovery. And I have now spent 3 days editing this monstrosity. That has been so long that my stubble has grown back. So if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your uncle, pet a dog. I don't care. Have fun. Bye!